Hey guys, welcome to Do Better Tomorrow. This is Ishak. Hope you're all doing well. We'll be learning many grammar rules many times. Again and again for different exams we'll be learning. But still when we see a question of error detection or phrase replacement in the exam, we'll feel confused. So, to succeed in any exam, basics are very important. Be it RBI exam, SSC, IBPS, or any competitive exams having English in syllabus, these basics are very important. Here we are going to discuss have forms of verb. So this is the part 3 of verbs and helping verbs in the series English grammar is now a cakewalk. So part 1 and part 2 are about do forms. Please also watch those videos. In those we have discussed about do forms of verbs, when to use do, when to use does, and when to use did. And for this video we are going to discuss have forms of verb, and here we have given a question for you. Like you have wasted a lot of time, right? So here we have to place a have. So if you're confident of that, you need not watch this video. So if you're not, please do watch, and you will be seeing a lot of new things and you'll feel explored. So our agenda of this video, see, first thing, we'll be learning all about have forms. So when we say about all about have forms, everything. So have forms used as a main verb, then have forms as a helping verb, from that basic to when to use has, when to use have, when to use had, everything. So after learning all that, you will be able to find errors on helping verbs, have forms. So on particularly on have forms, you will be able to find errors in any kind of exam. And also if it is sentence improvements or if it is phrase replacement, whatever kind of a grammar point it is, you'll be able to answer those questions. So let's go into the video. So basically have forms can be a main verb as well as a helping verb. So have forms, when it can be a main verb, is to tell the possession. What is possession? Possession is to tell the ownership. So have form can be used as a main verb to tell the possession, which means to tell the ownership. I have a hand sanitizer. So this is a ownership. So here this have is not being used as a helping verb, but it itself is acting as a main verb. Though it seems a helping verb have, but it is a main verb here, and it is telling you the possession and the ownership. So I have a hand sanitizer. Here this have is a main verb. So lot of students will have a confusion when they see this have and they don't see any main verb like doing, like action verb. So this helping verb itself is acting as a main verb here. So first point what we are discussing is have forms acting as main verbs, and they are used so to tell the possession or ownership. So the example what we have written is I have a hand sanitizer, which means I own a hand sanitizer. I have a car, I have a bike. So which means the ownership of it, I own it. So that have form is to tell the ownership. And also events or experiences or actions, so to tell that also we use have as main verb, which means, so any experience, I had a wonderful time. So here this had is not a helping verb, but it is acting as a main verb to tell any experiences or actions or whatever. So what we have seen is have forms being used as a main verb to tell possession or even the actions, experiences, or events. Clear about till here? So then have forms acting as a helping verb, and this is the most important thing. So first confusion you should clear here is have forms being used as a main verb and have forms being used as a helping verb. Then helping verb is a vast point what we'll have to discuss, but before going to helping have forms being used as helping verb, be clear with have forms being main verbs, and this confusion between main verb and helping verb should not be there when a have form is seen. Are you clear till here? So let's go into the actual point that have forms being used as a helping verb. So when a have form is used as a helping verb is when a perfect tense has to be used, a have form will be used. So first of all, what is a perfect tense? Perfect tense to tell the completion of action. To tell some completion of action, we use have forms. For example, what are the have forms we have? We'll discuss later. First point you should be clear is helping verbs tells us the completion of action when they are in perfect tense. So I have sanitized my hands. So when you see here, there is some completion of action. I have sanitized my hands. So have is used as a helping verb and the main verb is sanitized, which is like telling the action. So this is a helping verb which is helping to tell the tense of that action. Are you clear? So don't get confused. Basically, have forms we are using as helping verbs, and helping verbs have forms are used to tell the perfect tense, which means completion of action. So completion. Remember this word. So completion of action. So when I use have forms, whatever the have form it is, has, have or had, it is to tell some completion of action. And in this example what we are saying is I have sanitized my hands. So have is a helping verb here and sanitized is a main verb. So clear till here? So let's go into our next slide. So when we say that there are perfect tense, what are the different types of perfect tense are there? So all this part we have already discussed. So here when we go into detail, when have forms are used as helping verbs and they are being used in perfect tense, what are the different types of perfect tenses? Present perfect, past, future perfect, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous and future perfect continuous. So there are 6 different tenses in which we can use have as a helping verb. So have as a helping verb we can use in 6 different tenses. Remember this point. Then let's see some examples of each of the tense. So when we say about present perfect tense, so which means, see, first of all, perfect tense is about completion of action, right? We have told that it is about completion. So in any of these tenses, be it present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous or future perfect continuous, this is about completion of action. So when it is present perfect, I have eaten. In present tense, the action has been completed. So in past perfect, I had washed, if I say, it is about in past I completed that action. If you see this example, I had washed my hands before eating. So there are two different actions. This is completely different topic that we'll discuss in tenses. But here what you'll have to observe is in past tense, to tell perfect tense we used had washed. So in past completed action, and in future perfect tense will have eaten, which tells it is in future, and perfect tense which means in future the action will be completed. Similarly, present perfect continuous tells that I have been working. So see, have is also used here. So past perfect continuous had, so future perfect continuous will have been. So what are these three are? See, present perfect continuous is like we have started the action and still it is in continuation. Past perfect continuous, it was started in past somewhere and it had been like it was in continuation in past. So future continuous, like future perfect continuous, like at one point it has been started, whether it is now or in future, but it will be continuation in the future and it will be completed at one point of time. So this is about that, and we'll go to the next slide. See here the same examples, but what I have done is like I have made this word have form into red ink. So you can see that in all these tenses, six different tenses what we said, we have used different have forms. If it is present perfect, have. If it is past perfect, had. And future, will but have. So we are using all different have forms. So I just made it in red ink. And the other thing what we'll have to discuss is, other than those six tenses which we use in active voice, so what we do is, like, we also use these three structures in passive voice. Very important. So it is not that only six active voice structures are there to use have, but there are three more passive voice structure, which is present perfect tense in passive voice, past perfect tense in passive voice, future perfect tense in passive voice. So present perfect, the example is, the apple has been eaten. For example, here the example what we said is, I have eaten. So same thing, if I want to say in passive voice, I write that the apple has been eaten. So if it is like I had washed my hands, I'll write it in passive voice, my hands had been washed. So passive voice structures also we are using have forms. So when to use which have form we'll discuss later. But just observe that we are using a have form there. And even in future perfect tense in passive voice. So don't get confused. These are the passive voice structures what we have seen. Citrus fruits will have been eaten by me. So you understand this. So here also we used have form. So whenever we use a have form, it tells the perfect tense. So let's go to the next slide. I hope you are very clear till here. So important observation what we'll have to see is, so after using that have form, always we are seeing some sort of verb. See here, it in first sentence I have eaten, the action verb eaten. In the second sentence, action word is washed, eaten, been. So always it is like some kind of a verb which is v3. So the important observation you'll have to do here is, so even in passive voice, so see, this is a conclusion what we are getting. So have forms of verbs are always followed by past participle of verb v3. Just remember this, very important thing. So though we know this, we'll do mistake in exam, will not identify sometimes. So most important thing, conclusions what we got till now is, first one, all perfect tenses contain have forms. Have forms include what? Has, have and had. And this is the most important thing, have form of verb always followed by past participle form of verb v3. Now few may be confused that what is v3. So let's, for that I have given some example. If I say base form of verb is to eat, v1 is eat or eats, and v2 is ate, and v3 is eaten. So in our childhood, in our schools, we will have been learning, like we would have learned eat, ate, eaten. That is what is v3. Eaten is v3. Washed is v3. So now you remember that. So always, this is very important point, whenever you use a have form of verb, whenever you use a have form of verb, it is always followed by participle form of the verb. So have always v3. Remember this. So let's go to the next slide. So we have forms has, have and had. So when to use one of these? So we have three different forms. One is has, the other is have, and the other is had. So when to use each of these have forms? Let's see that. So for example, the same table what we have seen is eat or eats. For that is v2 is ate, eaten, we have seen already, right? So some extra thing what we'll see is, so for have forms, the base form have, we say has or have as v1, and had as v2, and had as v3. So now Has is a singular one and have is a plural one. So the classification is, for example, eat or eats we use in V1. So eats is a singular one, eat is a plural one. Similarly, has is a singular form of verb, have is a plural form of verb. Just remember this. So has we use for singular subjects, have we use for plural subjects and first person and second person singular. Just remember this, you can crack it very easily. And if it is V2, simply had. For both singular or plural, in past tense it is had. Even for V3, whenever you want to use a V3, and for both singular and plural, it is had. So just try to understand this. I'll repeat this. Has is a singular for singular subjects, have is for plural subjects as well as the first person and second person. So for all, like both singular and plural, we use had in past tense. In present tense, has or have. So let's go to the next slide. So the same thing we have mentioned. Then here you can see something examples like the apples have been washed thoroughly before eating. The apple has been washed thoroughly before eating. The apple had been washed thoroughly before eating. The apples had been washed thoroughly before eating. So from here we can get one thing, that all these are our nouns. So all these are our nouns. Apples, apple. So the same thing why I have used is to not create the complexity. So apple, which is a noun. So if a noun is singular, then we use has. So if you can observe, so here in the second example, the noun is singular. So has we have used, has been washed thoroughly before eating. You understand, right? So then if it is, the noun is plural, so we use have. So if the noun is plural, we used have. So now if you see the fourth example, the apples had been washed. So though the noun is plural, actually what we said is we use have, but here we used had for both singular and plural. That is why, because for both singular and plural subjects in past tense we use had. Okay, only in present tense the difference comes for has or have, but in past tense for both singular, you should remember this, for both singular and plural we use had. So all these four are correct. So let's go to the next slide. So till now what we have seen is the subject is noun, like the apple, apples. So what we have seen is the subject is noun. So what is, like, other than nouns, how to do it? So how to identify which have form should I use in the exam? So let's see some examples. He has been taking all precautionary measures. So he, the subject he is not a noun but it is a pronoun. And they have been taking all precautionary measures. And she had been. So all the subjects what we are using is like other than nouns, which are pronouns. So subject either can be a noun or a pronoun. And what for nouns we have already seen, like apple, apples, there to use, how to use have forms we have already seen. But here the subject is not a noun but it's a pronoun. So how to use here? He, she, it, I, and you, and so on. There are a lot of pronouns and different types of pronouns are there that we'll discuss in a separate video on pronoun. So he, she, it, I. So all these pronouns, if it comes, what we do is for singular pronouns like he, she, it, whatever, this, whatever. So any singular pronoun we use has. So very important. And if it is a plural pronouns, and if it is first person and second person, what we use is have. Hope it is very clear. So till in the previous slide what we have seen is for nouns. So what we have seen there is nouns. If it is singular it is has, and if it is a plural that is have. That is very clear. and if it is a past tense for both singular and plural we used had. But here, other than nouns, we are using some pronouns, and if it is a singular pronoun we use has, and if it is a plural pronouns and first person and second person we use have. So what are plural pronouns? Like we. So for I, it is like singular and its plural is we, and they and these, and for first person I, second person you, we always use have. So this I and you are more important, because I seems like a singular, but still the first person singular also takes have, and you we cannot say that whether it's a singular or plural, so directly we take have. Clear? So just remember this very important point. So I'll repeat it this for you. So pronouns, if there are singular pronouns we use has, like he, she, it, and if it is a plural pronoun on first person second person we use have. So for plural pronouns the examples what we said is we, they, these, and I, you, the first person second person, for all these we use have. So hope you are clear till here. So let's go to the next slide. So this is exercise on what we have discussed till now. Let's just pause the video, try to answer all these questions, because this is a basic exercise. These are not the exam level questions. So once you are clear with this, then we'll say some exceptional cases what we'll have to discuss in have forms. Then we'll do actual memory based error detection questions. So pause the video, try to answer all this. So let's discuss the answers. So first thing is Raju dash completed his work before the deadline. So when we see this completed, the verb form which is in V3, here what we will get is like a have form. So when the have form is used, we know that the have form should be used, and the subject is singular Raju. So what we use here is has. So then the second answer, you dash wasted a lot of time. Again wasted. So what we use here is you, and then you know that though you we cannot say a singular or plural, that is a second person, so we always you have. So you have wasted a lot of time. They. So this they is simply like a plural pronoun. So they have been. So they have been preparing rigorously for last 2 months. So this situation what we have been facing for last 2 months, it's a very advantageous time for you. So the guys who are preparing rigorously will definitely crack the upcoming exam, right? So the answer for here will be have. And then next thing, the puzzle has, this is a variety kind of question. So I told you what kind of have form should come here, because it's kind of different question. So has, because puzzle is singular, has we have used, and after has what should be used here, whether it is, because we know that there should be a V3 form, and because past participle form of verb, and cracked here it is like the main verb is cracked. So very easily the puzzle has been cracked. So this is a passive voice structure. So I dash liked this book thoroughly, which means I. This is important question, right? Because this is where we do mistake and where we get confused. See, I is first person, and though it is a singular, first person singular takes have. So I have liked. So I hope all 5 of 5 are correct for you. So let's see what's next. So what we have seen till now is have form as main verb and helping verb. Then that is where we started. First, like what is like have form, how to use it as a main verb and then a helping verb. Then what we discussed is helping verb in perfect tense in both active voice and passive voice, and important observations like V3 after have forms and different have forms with nouns and pronoun, and we have seen a exercise. I think till here it is very clear, because this is a basic for have forms. And then what we will see very soon is like questions in perfect tense, how to write a question in perfect tense using a perfect tense and using a have form, how to write a negation in perfect tense using a have form, inversion, like when there is inverse, how to write inverse in perfect tense using have forms. And then later there are some miscellaneous things, and also we discussed memory based error detection on the whole topic and how to identify these have forms in error detection questions. And we'll take some memory based questions which were asked in the exams and we'll solve those. So thank you for watching this video, and stay safe and share the video. Stay connected for more content. Thank you.